Alright, Nordic Innovative got red and yellow in the game. We got establish a human shield and foundation of the empire. Objective's going to be easy in that case. Crimea mechanical is good. Polania agricultural is good. And looks like we're probably going last, with Rusviet going first. Great. So, Nordic Innovative, the most success I've had with this build is moving to 8 workers, trying to get on metal, trying to get on the farm, and then to start spreading out. But we're going to need some upgrades. Crimea mechanical is probably the strongest combination in this game. It just has an ability to end the game within a reasonable number of turns and amass a significant number of coins while doing it. Rusviet engineering, we got 2 produces. The strategy that Rusviet takes is largely going to be determined next turn when they either go for their speed mech or their riverwalk mech. Crimea is using the standard produce to get 1 food, trade for 2 more food, and then produce again and get your enlist in turn 3. Well, he's going 8 workers, which my guess would mean Crimea got their enlist, their combat card enlist. My guess would mean he's going to the farms, but I've been wrong about that before. Let's go ahead and upgrade our move and our deploy. Alright, Speed Mac. And it looks like he's going to try to build a mill somewhere, which is interesting. Crimea went for 2 metal. The next turn he's going to bolster and use one of his cards to build probably his speed mech. We're going to produce. We can't get a mech that turn because it still costs 2. And we just traded to upgrade it to 2. Fortunately. It's nice that Saxony's not in this game. Otherwise, we'd have to watch this spot more carefully. It is just round 5, but we're still not going to get on that encounter for a few more turns. There's not a whole lot that's more discouraging as Nordic than having your encounter stolen by an aggressive Saxony player. Unless it's him building a mine on your home peninsula. That's not much fun. You can get a achievement doing that though. Building a mine adjacent to another player's home base. Alright, Polania, what are you doing? Gonna get your mech, I guess. We'll go for the encounter. Mech it is. Knew he was going to Riverwalk. Okay. It's cheaper now. Let's go produce and list. See how that goes. See what the worker distribution here is. Well, it's exactly what you would expect. One produce, toggling back and forth from produce, and bolster now is going to give him the enlist star and the mech star. He's got one of each. He's also leading in coin. So right now Crimea is playing very well and on pace to be very hard to stop. Polania wants to rush to get their mechs out. They just got an encounter that will work very well for that. And they have the popularity to use option 3 if they want. But they're going to just stick with 2 out of those 3 mechs. Well, 3 out of the 4 mechs. 1, 2, 3. 2 trade actions. Alright. We're going to get our first mech. The benefit of going left here with all 8 workers is that you can get a substantial number of workers on this mountain. If you go to this side, all you can get on this mountain is you can move workers down and then jump one of them over here. That's enough for each produce, but then you have to toggle back between produce and move, which you can do. Crimea gets the second enlist. So I assume Polania is gonna... See, that's interesting that he'd produce instead of go ahead and trading to get another mech there. That's not a incredibly safe spot right now. Alright, we're gonna get a metal, which is gonna allow us to get a mech on our next turn. We're gonna get an oil, which will allow us to do another upgrade. And next turn we'll get our seaworthy mech. And that's going to allow us to pick up our objective, Foundations of the Empire, because we will have 2 mechs and, well, 2 mechs and 7 workers on one spot. So there'll be 9 units instead of the 6 we need. So we will get it easily. See, that was a really smart play on the part of Crimea, because he upgraded his bolster right there, and you can get close to the power star if you upgrade the bolster early in Crimea Mechanical. Getting the power star usually means you either don't have to get your objective with that mat, or if you do get the objective, you only need the 1 combat, which makes finishing the game quickly much easier. Alright, 2 stars, 1 turn. Let's see if that's enough to keep us in the hunt here. That is enough to have us in the lead for now. I'll just have to see if that lasts. We're only 1 coin off Crimea. So we don't like this very much. Instead of going for Crimea's area down here, getting that encounter before he nabs it. Okay. Rusviet left the game, so Crimea is the hands down favorite now. So we're going to go ahead and do one more upgrade. We're going to upgrade our enlist. Now hopefully we're going to get lucky. And if we get lucky, it's going to really help us do better at this game. We're about to move. We're going to move 3 times. We're going to put workers on this farm, on this mountain, and on, we're going to grab this encounter. And we're hoping we get food out of the encounter. If we get food out of the encounter, we get a free enlist. All right. So we're going to put 3 here, 4 here. Guard the resources we're going to get. Polania has more power than us, so we're not even going to think about a combat. And in move. Give us some food. Just need a little bit. We did not get food. So we're going to try for tier 2 instead, because this will give us 6. We'll have to use 1 to produce once. We upgraded our produce. We should have left a worker there to pick up 4 food. Insight's 2020. See what Polania does. We've got a good combat card. If Polania tries to attack us, hopefully we'll be okay as long as they don't double team us. Look at that. They just left their oil there. Yeah, I'm sure that was a mistake. The game warnings will tell you if you're about to leave. Wow, isn't that interesting? I mean, we can't move this turn. Polania doesn't have submerge, so they can't follow us onto the lakes, which is nice. So let's produce. Get artillery. Maybe discourage some attacks. See, that's what happens when you don't grab that encounter, Polania. So he has enough food because he left one worker over there which can produce a second, and the combat card can be used as the third. But if he produces there and he produces on the wood, then he's going to have enough metal for his next mech. Somehow he got off his schedule. No, he's not off schedule, but look, he's got 3 enlists. So he makes his mech next time, right? He throws down the power, uses the metal. I really wish Polania had committed a little bit to that. Okay, Crimea is officially not going for the power star. He throws down his metal, so he's out of metal. He produces again. To get that last mech, he needs to produce on metal. So maybe he's going to use a turn to upgrade his produce. Polania has no factory card. Okay, he used the metal before we could get to it. Wasn't as bad on his part as we were hoping. Okay. Here's where we're going to start spreading out a little bit. He got the submerged mech, so we're going to have to leave this food behind, unfortunately. No, because he can come up through here. We're going to get a factory card. Combat cards is not something we have a lot of, even though that's a good card, and we're about to get some. We're going to have extra resources here, but we're going to get this. Well, we don't really need this because we can move over our enlist already. But it will get us a chance to put 2 enlists and potentially 2 combats in a row if we're opportunistic. So that's what we're going to grab. Not necessarily going to use it much, or if at all. No, we need the combat cards so we can take advantage of that. They aren't good, but Polania doesn't know that. So if he attacks us, he's taking the risk. We're taking a big risk, though, by clustering together our 2 mechs. Because if he does attack us, and he wins, we go back to base, and we lose all these resources. Polania is gonna upgrade. Or bolster, rather. Whew. I suspect he's coming for us. So here we're going to use our factory card, even though it's going to cost us a few coins. Because we're going to get some power out of it. We're going to get this movement. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Rusviet has river walking speed. 1, 2, 3. Thing is, Polania can still attack us there. So, this might. Who can move next turn? Crimea can move next turn. One, 2, 3. Rusviet has the lowest power. So we're gonna hang out by Russ. So we've gotten some pretty good spread here. Enough that we're still winning. This mech is vulnerable, but there are no mats on it anymore. We're 1 metal short. We have enough food. So we're going to need to produce 1 more time. But we're probably not going to. Probably going to use the trade action because the produce would cost us a popularity. But the trade action costs us a turn. This is okay. I'm not going to use artillery. Our power is precious. We don't want to bolster in this game any more than we have to. Unfortunately, that may tip him off that we're just going to throw the combat. But we have to take that risk. Hopefully he commits to this, because we do need to pick up some combats. He throws very nice cards. Here's the fun part. Polania just has one card left. So the most they can do is 12. And we're going to move next. So we're going to take one move, spread out a little bit more, and get this mech with all the resources. Get all the resources up there. And we're going to use these two to attack Polania and their one combat card. So we're not going to use artillery because they're sitting at 9 power. Suppose if we used it last time, they'd be at 5 and we'd be at 3, but that's the same difference as us at 5 and them at 7. So we're not going to use it. We are going to use 2 guards and 1 power and hope for the best. Alright. We got one of the combat stars we need. Hopefully some people around us will enlist. We're going to get a card here. Hopefully it's decent. Polania is on wood, but we really need power here. And we just hit tier 2. So we're in a substantial lead now. The lead's somewhat artificial because we're on the factory. But we're nice and spread out now. Rusviet's going to turtle this whole game. And the only way we can invade Rusviet is going the really long way. Oh, I miscounted my mechs. We have enough metal. And we have enough food because of that factory card. So that was good. That saved us a turn. Crimea has 11 power. They can steal a combat card. So the most we could hit them with is 2, 9. We really can't attack Crimea. Polania is still at 8, but they only have the 1 combat card. If we hit them with 4, There's artillery that get them to 6. That's a wash. So 7 and 4. If that's a 5, they get 12. 7 plus 4 is 11. We could gamble on that. We're going to lose a lot of popularity if we do that. So let's go ahead, use our bottom row action only, deploy our last mech here, and see what kind of options on the board open up. I'm going to put that there. Someone might hit us right there, but then we can just retreat to this lake, which is a good location anyway. Crimea is going to take the factory from us pretty soon, which is going to lose 1 territory for us because we'll retreat to 2 different lakes and gain 3 for them. So that's a 3 plus 6, 9 point difference. Still has us up by about 18. Now this is where it's nice that we got this factory card. Because we can get the enlist. That's unfortunate. He's going to steal one of our cards. So we could use artillery once, twice, that get us down to 2, and he would lose 4. Assuming he commits at least 4 to this battle, that would put him at 3. And then we come back with 1. No. We still can't afford to engage with Crimea. But this does get the opportunity, give us the opportunity to get a 3rd combat card. Wow. That may have changed things. And this is where it's really unfortunate that he blocked us with a worker right there. So if we attack Crimea, we're going to have 2 combat cards. So we're going to have at least 4 off the combat cards. We're going to use 1 to drop them down to 2 so they can get 7 and we can get 6. That's if they take our 3. If they take a 2, the game's over and we win. Because they'll lose 9, we'll gain 3, that's 12. That's enough, plus we can spread out. This game's not going to get any easier for us to win. We also pick up 2 stars, so we have to do this now. And there's nowhere else we can spread out. We're full spread. Does he take our 3? Well, he's only got a 25% chance. He did not take our 3. That's game. right. Star number 6. And that is Nordic Innovative in 16 turns against a very good Crimea mechanical combination. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, catch you later.